Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Colouring Book Club. Thank you for being here today. Let me get my brain functional. How's the week going? Oh, well, you never know with me. It's been another one of those weeks, which I'll talk about during the stream. Hope your week's been good, Pam. Good morning to you, Lisa Welch. Thank you for being here, sweetheart. Good morning to you, Diane. Oh, we haven't had Lisa Fitzpatrick here for a while. She's always working. Just to start the pot and have a bit of fun. Okay, all right. So good morning to everyone that's here and watching. Thank you very much. And thank you very much to the person that commented last week about it takes me so long to colour for a mediocre result. And my response was, yep, it sure does. And it's like, so thank you for your lovely comment. Excuse me. I had a bit of a bark lately. Okay. Where do I start? First of all, we have Wildflower Folk by Christine Carrot, and we're colouring Cuppa Warmth. We are using Prismacolor pencils. I currently have a light peach 927, Deco peach 1013, peach 939, nectar 1092, cream 914, bronze, find the number 1028, and light umber 941. And they are my pencils. Let's see how we go. Do I remember the order from last week? No, I haven't touched it. Alright, let's try nectar. I don't remember what order I did it in now. As I was saying last week, gotta make sure you get the right layers or it won't turn out the same. Well, I don't remember. I did write them down, but I don't know. I did mix up the order a bit. In which order I used the pencils and just a bit of experimenting. But oh well. What can I say? It's mediocre colouring. That's good to know because my sound bar is working, so it's good to know it was yours. Excellent. Okay. You didn't miss a thing. So me and my mediocre colouring will get on with the show. Hope everyone's had a good week. That's just a bit on the dark side. I'll flip the shower, haven't I? Grab that. So I'll just lighten it back up with a bit of cream. Easy fix. Have my coffee. Yep, cup of warmth. Okay. Let me see. Should I zoom in a little bit more? Yes, Pam, that's not good. And we shall talk about that. I'll tell you a bit of a story. A true story. Always tell the truth. You'll never get anything else but the truth from me. Okay. I hope that's bright enough. Find the damn control. I actually like it a bit on the sort of darker side because it shows up the colours more, and the cup does look quite golden. Well, washing machine caught fire on Saturday. Yes. I hope there was no damage or anything and it was very minimal, the mess. That's not good to hear. That could have been an absolute bloody disaster. Well, I'm glad everything's okay and everyone's safe and all you lost was a little bit of washing. That's not the end of the world. Anyway, let's see how much colouring I can get done today. All I've got is her skin and her hair anyway in the background, but will I get it done today? You know me. I'll try. But no promises. Yes, okay, so I'm glad everyone's safe and it was just a little bit of washing that was lost. No damage except the machine and burnt rubber through the clothes. Could have been much worse. Lucky we were home. You're not wrong. Now, please, guys, don't ever leave your washing machine unattended and go out. Put a load on and go out and go shopping or visit or do whatever. Be home. Always be home. I don't know what it is about washing machines, but they're one of the high on the list for fires. I don't know why. So, years ago, I don't know. Maybe the year 2000 or somewhere around there, I'm not sure. I'd be guessing. A work employment agency rang me and said, "Oh, I've got a job if you want it. It's fire cleaning." I said, "Yeah, no worries. I mean, cleaning, story of my life." So I did that. We went to the lady's house and we met the like the company there and everything and cleaning up. Now what happened was they put a load of washing on and they went out. You know, they've got the family, they're all like daughter or whatever. Anyway, they've all gone out to work and everything, and if I remember rightly, the daughter thought she left the iron on. So she came home and it's just as well because the washing machine was on fire. So they got that out and everything and fire brigade and all the rest of it, and no major, damage or anything like that. But from that small fire from that washing machine, the amount of mess through the house, the fire went, and the poor lady, she said, "Oh, I didn't realise there were so many cobwebs." It's not cobwebs, it's fire web. Goes all through the house. It gets into everything. It gets into every nook and cranny in your cupboards or through your clothes. It made a mess. And this was just a small fire that they got early. But let me tell you, we spent 2-3 days cleaning every inch of that house. Behind wall cabinets, all your ornaments in your cabinets and displays and, it's just bloody everywhere. Cleaning windows, it was just everywhere. Just fire web and, yeah, just made a mess. And that was just a small fire. Anyway, so I learnt from that. But the guy that was with us, I don't know if it was from the company or probably, one of the worst things for fires is washing machines. Your Mistral fans, when you're having a shower or anything like that, turn them off. Do not leave them running. They overheat. They're another one. Then you get a fire in your roof and you're in major trouble there. So that is another one, is Mistral fans. Exhaust fans. Dryers are another obvious one because people don't clean their filters enough and the fluff and everything in the filter in the dryer. So that's another one. what else? Oh, the list goes on. There's overloading power boards is a bad no-no. And I was cleaning the son's room, and the power board, like, you know, you set of 4 plugs, and then a double adapter, and then another cord. And I don't know if he had another, like, a power board, a double adapter, another double adapter, cords coming in. Like, it was just overload. And I looked at it and I'm going, oh my God, like, that's just too much. It was just, yeah, it was way too much. Anyway, that's another no-no. I'm using bronze at the moment. Yeah, so that was a bad one anyway. For doing that. That's asking for trouble as well. So there is a number of things that you need to just... Don't go out. Be home for it. Turn stuff off. I always, and I think I've always done it anyway, regardless of doing the fire cleaning, but I use my washing machine. I always make sure I'm home. And as soon as I've finished, I take the washing out and I switch it off. I don't unplug it from the wall, but I switch it off at the power. And I do with my kettle as well. I switch it off. I used to switch the power off at the wall every night for my TV when I was in Scarsdale on the farm. I haven't done it here, and that also saves you power, switching stuff off when you go to bed at night. Turn it off at the wall, even your computer, things like that, turn it off at the wall, just turn it on in the morning, everything will boot back in, your modem and all that stuff will boot back in. I haven't been doing that here, but it does save money on your power, switching stuff off as well. Just a nice habit to get into. I turned a bit it could have been much worse. Yeah, wow, never heard of fireweb. Yeah, this lady, she goes, oh my goodness, all the cobwebs, I didn't realise there were so many webs. And the guy said, no, it's not cobwebs, it's fireweb. And it looks like spider web, and it was just everywhere, all through the house. Discoloration of, you know, walls and stuff like that as well. Soot, you know, things like that. It's just there. So that was my experience fire cleaning, and just, you know, from the company or whatever, just a few things. Can't remember what else that, you know, said really, but yeah, Mistral fans, overloaded power boards, washing machines, and of course these days we've got lithium-ion batteries and things like that, and they're, you know, I've got a couple here in the house, can't think what they are, but they're not a great thing to have either. I think that hand is a bit more pink. Well, I don't think, I know, I can see. It's a bit more pink. Than this one. So I'll just do a light layer. See if I can match them up a bit. Yeah, I don't want lines. Try and get it all even. Darken the shadows up a little bit. Anyway, I can fix that up off camera. I just write a couple of things here. Yeah. Yeah, my girlfriend messaged last night. She said, are we going to Akadaka? And I was like, do you want to go? Like, it's like, oh yeah. It's like, well, tickets go on sale Thursday. Said I'll do this later, but it's bugging me. At 1 o'clock, so I messaged her. And then this morning she messaged, she goes, oh, maybe you can get in too and give us double chance. And it's like, I don't want to do that. We bloody end up with tickets we don't want. It's either one or the other. Like, yeah, I'm not one for doing that. It's like, if you're going to organise it and suggest it, you do it. You organise it, you get the tickets. Sorry, girl, but I'm not doing that. If we end up with 2 lots of tickets, they're not bloody cheap either. Surprise, surprise these days, but yeah, it would be good to see them. I've seen them a few times, but a long time ago. 80s. Or so. Yeah, I don't know if it'll happen or not. I'm just, sorry girl, but you suggested it. You brought the subject up, you organise it. Alright, let's go. Start with light peach. I don't want to do my face. Layer upon layer upon layer of boring skin colour. Anyway, so what else happened this week? Well, I got a little bit of my journal done. Nowhere near as much as I'd like to have got done, as in finished. But, and I'm thoroughly enjoying doing it, but gee, I am missing my colouring, just sitting here colouring on the books, and I look at them all and it's like, oh my god. And so many books I want to colour and doing other stuff, and then life, other things get in the way. And anyway, I've got a little bit of my journal done, so I'm getting there. I'm on to the last half. And this one is just light peach that I'm starting off with. Anyway, so I get paid fortnightly, and it's like, can you go 2 weeks without spending anything? It's like, yeah, I've got everything I need. I don't need anything. So good old Heather goes and watches YouTube. And I was watching Treasure Books, and she has this video. It's like, this my favourite website, shopping or whatever. So I was watching it, and the 2 boxes she got, it's got some really cool stuff in it. And I thought, no, I'll just check it out, just have a look. And it just so happens that the website is in Australia, UP, and it's called Which Craft Do You Do? And if you're into crafting and all sorts of stuff, ephemera, all sorts of stuff, it is a good site. Anyway, so I went in there, and they had quite a bit of stuff. They had vellum and glassine paper and sari silk and all sorts of stuff, stencils and God knows what else. And some stuff was just $1. and they had clearance stuff and they had all sorts of stuff. So I spent the whole entire night, didn't go to bed, shopping. So I got 40, and two of the things that I got are downloads. So, but all up 41 items. So, well, $41 items for $84.88. There you go. It's $80 free shipping. $180 if you're not in Australia. So, yeah, I took advantage of that and spent money I probably should not spend. But I had a ball. So I bought 41 items, 2 are downloads, and I've got some really cool stuff covered. A couple of stencils, some vellum, some glassine paper, sari silk, lace, because lace is not bloody cheap these days. It's shocking. Anyway, so it's called Which Craft Do You Do? And they also have a heap of downloads and there's a heap of downloads to buy, but there's also a heap of freebies to download. So I bought 2 downloads. Alright, so I bought 2 downloads. So if you're into old receipts and, you know, and ephemera and embellishments and all sorts of stuff, one of them's got 10 sheets and the other one has like there's tags, labels and all sorts of stuff. And that one had, one's got 10 sheets, one's got 9 sheets. But anyway, there's 4 on this sheet alone, and there's, you know, there's heaps of stuff. So I bought 2, the downloads, they're $1.98 each. So yeah, 10 sheets are filled with stuff. So that's one, just if you're into old, you know, junk journaling and old ephemera and tags and labels and all sorts of stuff. But they have a absolute heap of free downloads. And this is the other one, old dockets and things like that. And this is on my new printer. That's another story. So I had a ball on there. Really good website, whether you're in Australia or not. But the downloads, the free downloads, and that absolute bargain. Highly recommend that. Now I've got everything caught up, paper everywhere. Go back in the pile. Anyway, so yeah. So I had some fun on there all night shopping. And then, I can't remember when that was, Sunday night. Or Saturday night. Saturday night into Sunday, I think. Anyway, so I did that. And then it must have been Sunday. I thought I'll print out a couple. And it's my own fault, but I thought I'll print out a couple and see how they go. And of course, I knew it was going to happen. And the printer was giving me a hard time because I don't print often enough. So the bloody inkjets weren't working and they're giving me the shits. Anyway, so I played around with it. And if the inkjets aren't working, I saw this YouTube guy ages ago that I watched trying to get them working because I don't print enough. And he actually got a hot kettle, boiling hot kettle water. And I thought, are you crazy? And he put about an inch and a half of water or something, that inch or so of water in this little dish, and put the cartridge head in it. And you could see the colour starting to come out. And sometimes they can take, if they're really stubborn, they can take hours, a few hours of soaking to get the colours working again. So I got out some isopropyl alcohol and a cotton tip, a Q-tip, and gave them a wipe and got some colour happening and tried it. It wasn't working properly. It was only half printing. It was a bit horrible. So I got out the water and did a bit of a soak and cleaned them up, tried again. Then the magenta and the cyan had come through and then it stopped working again. So I did it a few times, and by this stage it's getting to like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning or something, and I'm really starting to irk me. So I got them going, and I thought, well, I do have the black ink is a new cartridge in there, and I got that one going. I got that going really good. But the coloured one, and it's like, I'm ready to ditch you bloody thing. So I thought, instead of stuffing around anymore, I'm just going to throw it in the bin. Well, I didn't. I took it for recycling, but I got out the new coloured one, put that in, and away she went. Printed fine. But my printer doesn't print thicker paper like cardstock. I'm limited to A4. These are all excuses for myself, but anyway. So I went researching on printers for crafters, you know, like for cardstock and all that sort of stuff. And I did find one, but the video was a few years old, so I don't even know if the, you know, if the printer's available anymore. But it does 12 by 12, which is like, wow, that would be awesome. A big 30.5 by 30.5 centimetres, 12 inch, you know, that would be awesome. Anyway, so I couldn't find that computer anywhere. And, oh well, so I was looking at a few others, and then I found one, and the lady gave the review and said, you know, like getting the Wi-Fi connected, and she's been around computer, you know, did like what's her name for years, and she had a hard time with it and all this sort of stuff and blah blah blah. And another one, you know, like the cartridges and just different things. It's like, no, mark that, no, not that one, not that one. And for thick paper, it has to be a rear feed on your printer, not a front feed, whereas the one I've got is a front feed. And also the tan tone paper that I've got from Strathmore, I have to cut it down a bit to fit it into the computer. So all these excuses that I'm coming up with. I got my printer working, and it's like, I looked at it and thought, you saved yourself because you're ready to get booted. Anyway, so I woke up 7:15 the next morning or something, so I got a few hours sleep or so. And I thought, I'll stuff it, you know, I can't print cardstock. I want to do tags and labels and things and blah, blah, blah. Even though I saved my printer and got it working. So I stuff it. So I got up, got dressed, did a couple of things, quickly got online and had a look at a thing or two. And then got in the car and off I went to Officeworks. And come home with a new Canon printer. So I can now print A3. I can print cardstock up to 300 GSM. And then I was playing around with it last night. I bought other stuff as well. Heaven forbid, I need a bullet. They are beautiful and will look great in junk journals. Yep. Woohoo, go girl. Yep, so I got that stuff off. Can I go 2 weeks without, you know, I'm not rich by any means, but now I've been so naughty. Anyway, so I got that stuff off. Which craft do you do? Which are in Melbourne, so I'll get my I'll get my order tomorrow, hopefully, or Thursday. So it's nice and quick because it's only in Melbourne. So that's that. And then yesterday, I went to Officeworks and got my printer and a couple of other little things. So I go and have a look at a couple of other things because I'll put the box up the front and go off and have a look at other stuff. I go, no, I shouldn't. But of course I did. Thought, while I'm here. So I got a couple of other little things, some cute paper clips and then I went to the op shop and got some stuff there. A couple of things there. Got a really cool old Australian book that has old ads from Australia and stuff like that. Looks similar, you know, really like old stuff. In it, old photos of Australia back in the day, and you know, like really old Arnott's biscuits ads and all sorts of stuff in it. And that was $3 at the op shop. So, oh yeah, I grabbed that. That's going to be awesome to pull that one apart. That's a good book. So I grabbed that. And pictures of old, you know, like the pioneer days and all that sort of stuff. And anyway, so I grabbed that book. That's pretty cool. And a few other things. And a few weeks ago, in the op shop locally, they had the frilly foam wool, whatever. Anyway, so I grabbed some of that. Look, a lot of nice colours there. I'd like some more, of course. And yesterday at the op shop near Geelong, they had wool as well, bags of it. It was $2, and one had $2 and $4 on it, so the $4 just disappeared on somewhere. And I thought, you're going to have $2 and $4. $2 is good. So anyway, so I grabbed some wool there. They had different colours, and even a pink, a white, couple of blues, another bluish purple, which go nice with the sari silk. And anyway, so I grabbed them, and I said, there's no price on this one. And she goes, oh, $2 for that one. And she goes, how much are the others? And I said, well, they've got $2 on them, $3 on them. Anyway, so for what I got, the book was $3. I got this other thing, like belly dancers wear them, and they got the dilly dangles on them, and it's like a shawl or or you put it around your waist. It's got all the little dilly dangles on it and stuff. So I grabbed that. That's really cool. I'm gonna have fun pulling that apart. But with all the wool I got, and the book, and that shawl thing, or belly dancing thing, whatever it is, yeah, $15. So I did good there. Did really good there. Considering the wool I got and everything. And I got 4 new containers to fit stuff in. Anyway, so yeah, I had a bit of a spread. And then I'm at Kaiser Craft as well. A couple of things in there. Because it's end of financial year sales, so 40% off. Grab some coloured card stock sheets, 12 by 12 coloured card stock for my new printer. So yeah, I need to just stop. Now you will be printing your own coloured pages too. Yeah, now that it's just not restricted to A4 is just going to be great. A bit of bronze. No, I better do a bit of space. So I've been super naughty. And where I put all this stuff. I bought a 15-litre tub yesterday. I looked at it. I go, am I going to fit all my wool in that? You know, plus the new stuff I got. Because the one I was using was over, like, the lid doesn't clamp shut. It just sits on top. But yeah, it was a bit overloaded. So I bought another tub and I thought, well, I fit all my wool in that? It might be a little bit bigger than the one I've got. Maybe I can squish it all in. No. So my wool is in the tub that I had it in, and all the foam stuff will is in the other one. And it's like, shit. Yeah, I've got to fit that in my sewing cupboard. And I have my sewing cupboard all nice. I mean, it's nothing. It's just another container added. But yeah, now my sewing shelf, I have to get the couple of that container out and everything, which is no big deal. But I hate pulling stuff out to get something in the back of a cupboard and all that. I hate it. I just want to reach in and grab it. I don't want to be pulling this and that and everything else out because I want that thing over in the back corner. I hate it. Anyway, so yeah, the containers fits in the shelf just. So that's in there. I bought another container that had 20 little compartments down underneath and then another 10 up the top, like a little tray in it. And all my charms and jewellery that I'm going to pull apart and all that fits. That's all together in the one container now. That's awesome. And a couple of other containers. And it's like, I need to stop. But yeah, I had fun. So that was my week up until 20 to 2 this morning when I went to bed. The Wi-Fi hooking the printer up gave me a bit of a hard time, but I got it. Managed to get that done. What other colour will I use? Maybe, I don't know. Just a little bit of light umber. She's drinking hot chocolate. Pink. A bit heavy here, so I don't know if I can kill it back with the cream or not. Anyway, that's what I'm using at the moment, is going over with a layer of cream. So did I go 2 weeks without spending anything? No! I went overboard. On the way home, it's like going to get a Macca's cappuccino. I wish they made supersized, but I thoroughly enjoyed that. And then I get home, it's like, oh my god, I could go another one of them while I'm putting stuff away and everything. It was just... I want another one. Actually, I like this. Just this layer of cream over the top. It's looking good, actually. Can't wait to see your goodies next week. Yeah, well, I get them tomorrow or Thursday and I've got to put them all away. Do you really think I'm going away? Is anyone here? Yes, I am. I went to chiropractor today and sore, so just watching and trying to chill. Oh, got a hot water bottle or a wheat bag or something, Lisa? Good morning, Sherry. Hey guys, been lurking and waiting for a bit. Just wanted to let you know I was here. Would you guys like to see what I'm working on? Also, Heather, your picture is looking really pretty too. Thank you very much, Sherry. Lisa, hope you feel better soon. Definitely, Sherry, and hello to you. Give me a second, I'll show. Alright, I'll grab it in a sec. Oh, actually, that was my phone, not my iPad. Oh, girlfriend, here she is. Shit. Girlfriend that used to live here came yesterday. We went up, saw the lady a couple of doors up for a visit. Oh my God, those two across the road. Oh my God, they are such a piece of work. Honestly. Sending nasty messages to people and all sorts of stuff, which, you know, like, if they don't do it to me, they wouldn't be game enough. And my girlfriend went, no, they wouldn't be game enough. But just, yeah. Anyway, that looks cool. Is that on canvas or something? Really pretty, Sherry. That's looking awesome. Love it. They added again, bitch 1 and bitch 2. Sherry, B1 and B2. It's on canvas. Yeah, that looks really cool. That's looking great. I said to a girlfriend up the road, why is next door taking Bimbo One's bin back? And she said there's method in her madness. Anyway, so, because I said you just, you know, like, anyway, so Bimbo 2 gets really narky. She hates it. And apparently Bimbo 1 hates it too. So that's why she's doing it. She gets out there and she takes it back. So apparently Bimbo 2 in her pyjamas come out the other day. I would have paid to have seen this. Come out the other day to my next door neighbour and said, just leave it. Don't touch it. Like, so Bimbo 2 gets arced up about my next door neighbour taking Bimbo 1's bin back over to her driveway. Because they're all on my side of the road. They put the bins out on one side of the road, so the truck just comes down once and empties the bins. So they're outside houses on my side of the street. Anyway, so my next door neighbour goes out there and puts the bin back, and I said, well, you know, why? Because you're just doing Bimbo 1 a favour, really. She'd be loving it, having stuff done for her, you know. She'd like that. She says, no, because Bimbo 2 hates it and it gets her. She gets really, what? Can't believe it. And yeah, so she came out in her PJs apparently the other day and said to my neighbour, just leave it, don't touch it. Come rushing out in her PJs. I would have paid to have freaking seen that. I would have loved to have been out there and seen that happen. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, it would have laughed my head off. It's bloody hilarious. Anyway, so that's why my next door neighbour does it. And because Bimbo 2 had to go to hospital, diverticulitis or something or other, the lady up the road said, I'm supposed to be kept under an umbrella or whatever, and she trusted someone and told them, "Hey, don't do that here. You trust no one in here. You got a secret or whatever, you keep it, because you can't scratch yourself in here." So anyway, of course, she trusted someone and told them, and diverticulitis was, her stomach was playing up or something, she was in pain, had to go to hospital. And so she's told someone, of course, you can't scratch yourself in here, so out the bag that goes. And when she come home, my next door neighbour said, Bimbo 2 couldn't see my next door neighbour out in the garden, apparently. She's playing around the front garden. And Bimbo 2 didn't see her, and my next door neighbour's gone, are you okay? How are you? And Bimbo 2, the bitch, has gone, I'm fine. And then my next door neighbour offered her some soup or something. She goes, I don't want your soup. Really? It's like, you gotta be kidding me. What? Just pathetic. Anyway, there's other stuff too, I can't remember, but it's just hilarious. But I would have paid to have seen Bimbo 2 come running out of the PJs about the bin. Just leave it. It's like, well, it's not your bin anyway. It's Bimbo 1's bin, so shut the hell up. Like, but Bimbo 1 and Bimbo 2 are as thick as thieves anyway. Like, half a brain between them. I can't think what else. There's other stuff. I was just having my jaw really dropping on the ground. It's like, really? Just stuff. Just pathetic. So now, it seems that Bimbo 1 and Bimbo 2 have had their karma come back around, and they're the ones in the street that don't talk to anyone. Like, everyone hates them, they hate everyone hates them. And so, yes, that's come full circle. Most definitely has. It's awesome. Since I've been streaming, since I moved here, you guys have, heard a fair bit, and it's just like, oh my God, it made my day. Some of the stuff, I can't remember, honestly. There was a fair bit of stuff that I had no idea that was going on. And I'm like, really? Like, yeah. I could do her face a bit darker. This hand's quite pink compared to the other one. Again, which one? Yes. Oh, well. Oh, I messed up. Yeah, Bimbo. No, they're bitches. There's no doubt about it. And this Bimbo 2, yeah, everyone's saying she's a really nasty woman. Like, and it's like, yep. And it's like, you saw it a long time ago. It's like, yep, I had to sit back and wait for everyone else to see it. And now everyone's seeing it. Thankfully, most of my neighbours are going, oh, we've got a good street here. If those two would nick off and go, it would be great. Some people are just miserable and want everyone else to be the same. Yeah, it's just, no, if those two would nick off, and they're the ones that are ostracised from everyone now, so the tide has come full circle. It's just amazing. It's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Maybe I'll do a bit more pink. Highlight her cheeks up a bit. I don't want it to streak, and I've already got a bloody line there. But I do want to, like I was saying, that hand's pretty pink. I want to fix it up, a couple more layers, but I won't do that on stream. I'll get onto her hair. And if I'm lucky, I don't know, I can do most of her hair and I can finish her skin off stream. Maybe a bit of chalk pastel or something for the background. And done. What will I colour next week? I have no idea. If you have an idea, you can tell me. There's lots of things I like to colour. Get back into Kirby's book, but you know how long it takes me to colour anything with my mediocre colouring. It takes you a long time to colour with mediocre results, or something like that was the comment last week. Feel free to go to it, I'll just laugh. It's funny. Yep, sure does. Oh, it was beautiful yesterday. It was like 19 degrees. It was like early spring. Oh God, it was beautiful, balmy yesterday. It was wonderful. I bought this at the op shop weeks ago, locally, and I was going to pull it apart for journals or whatever. I could use it for a closure or bling or whatever. And then last night, rearranging stuff yet again for the billionth time. I might wear that. So I put it on. It's just little stones. And I'll wear that. I should have done that. I can blend it in later. Doesn't matter. So yes, it's been a fun week. Getting stuff. Pam, can't wait to see all your goodies next week. Laugh out loud. Do you think I'm really gonna? I mean, this channel's supposed to be about colouring. Supposed to be, but it's a bit about everything and anything and everything really, as you know. But yeah, I've got to get everything away. There's no way I can let it all sit there and not be put away. Just impossible. Anyway, I'll put the pink away. Now I can do her face later. Pink's over there. I'm going to keep the bronze and the light umber and maybe a bit of sepia, bit of chocolate, sepia, chocolate, light umber, bronze. And a bit of beige. See how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Something 4th of July-ish, maybe. Not a bad idea, Sherry. Any suggestions on books or pages you got in mind? Who said that? What was I talking about? Oh, is that about the mediocre colouring? There was a comment that someone made last week. I don't know if it was a troll or what. I just laughed at it. I thought it was hilarious. Your colouring isn't mediocre, what it's what. I can look around and get back to you. Okay, maybe a buddy colour could happen. All right, no worries, Sherry. You can organise all that. You let us know what book, what picture. If I've got the book and I've got the picture, we'll do it. And I haven't coloured it already. Okay, so I have beige. It should look nice with a couple of white streaks through it. It'll look cool. No B today. Hope she's alright. Just sleeping in. Unless she's got something else on. See, got this fly away here. I'm going to do nails yet. I'm going to put a bit of beige on them. I'm going to put a bit of green nail polish to go with that green jumper. But yeah, just a light layer of beige to start off with. I have them on screen. Yeah, beautiful weather yesterday. So warm. It was beautiful. And then today it's turning into arty weather. So pull the box apart, put that in the bin. Have a look at a few things with the printer, have a play. Mind you, I've got the other one there now that, like, I've got the inkjets working and everything, so it's stuck in the cupboard, and I thought, well, I'll use the ink up that's in there and then just ditch it. So I don't really need two printers. I have hard enough time bloody keeping one going, let alone two, and the cartridges, mind you. It'd be insane. So I've got this printer sitting over in my pantry cupboard, because it's about the only place that's got room where I can put the damn thing. Actually, looks quite pretty just with the beige, but it's kind of, it's grayscale-ish, so easy to work with. I love grayscale. Each to their own. I don't get why some people don't like. I mean, like I said, each to their own. But I don't get why people don't like grayscale. It's just so easy to work with. Maybe a buddy colour. Cool, will do. How rude. I couldn't cope with people saying that to me. That's why I rarely share and never do my own channel. No, I just said, yeah, sure does. Lisa, I'm going to go. See you next week. Thanks, Heather. You're welcome, Lisa. Have a good week, sweetheart. Hope you feel better. Get a hot water bottle onto your back or something. It can be nerve-wracking. Trust me, I know. Bye, Lisa. I have two. I don't like that really dark. I don't like that really dark dark grace. No, not the real dark stuff. I can understand that too. That it's hard to, can be hard to work with, trying to cover up the print. I mean, the print on her hands and that down here, you know, covering the shading and that up is bad enough. Let alone the real dark stuff. Yeah, I hope you feel better, Lisa. I know she's probably gone already, but yeah, back. I'm sure you can relate to that, Pam. God love you, but she can get a hot water bottle or something onto it. Alternating is the best. Cool and then warm. The warmth rushes blood to the area and helps with inflammation, and then you get the cold and it disperses it. Sounds a bit funny, but in massaging, that's how it works. Alright, that's beige. I want more coffee. This has gone cold. Yuck. Maybe some bronze. Christine Karen does beautiful grayscale. Yeah, she does. Her pictures are gorgeous. Like, she's a very pretty girl. Like, all her images, but they're very pretty. Like models. Just a bit of bronze here and there. Yeah, no, that's it, John. Oh, come on. So what else has been happening? Not much. But you guys, this is exciting. If I remember, I'd like to sit here and show you all my goodies that come. That's next Tuesday. You made me really conscious, Pam. I'd love to show you all, but I can't have it sitting around. I need to put it away. I just can't do it. I gotta put it away. And then once you put it away, it's in all different spots. It's like, make sure that hair joins up with that leaf and there's not this gap. Sorry, with the lighter colours, but keep it sharp too. I personally don't like chiropractors, but some swear by them. Yeah. When I did my horse massage course in 1997, my director of studies, who, let me tell you, has diplomas, master's degrees, you name it, as long as my arm. Amazing CV. You would not want to get into an argument with her about anything because she just... she'd cook you for dinner. She's a very smart lady. Anyway, when we started our course, the introductory and whatever, because she didn't do the lectures. It was she had other stuff to do. She was a director of this National College of Traditional Medicine. Anyway, so she busy doing other stuff, but when she did the intro or first class or one class, whatever that she did do, we talked about chiros, and I could go on and on and on and on about this one. She hates chiros, right? The only way you can actually move a bone is to break it. Now, I have been to chiros since I was a kid, falling off horses and other stuff. And so I have been to chiropractors in my life. So don't get me wrong. But when she said it, and anatomically, it's kind of true. Because we have bone joints, right? We have bursa sacs, so you have this sac of fluid so your bones don't grind on each other. We have the epiphysis and the diaphysis of the bone, right, which is the ends. Now, you have ligaments hold bone to bone, right? So if we didn't have ligaments going from that bone to that bone to hold us, we'd collapse in a heap on the floor. That's what ligaments are. Tendons are at the end of muscles. So whenever you've got a muscle coming down, it will form into a tendon. So muscles have a lot more stretch than tendons do. Tendons are very limited in their core heat temperature and their flexibility. So if a muscle doesn't tear and give, the tendon will. And tendons repair rates are very low compared to muscle. So this is why with massage, muscles and stuff, it's better to treat the muscle than it is to try and repair a tendon, which don't really fully ever kind of repair. Because once a tendon stretches or tears or anything like that, it's very hard to mend it. Doesn't get its elasticity back. Whereas massaging muscle calcifies, right? So you've got all these fibres in your muscle and you get a tear going across. So you can feel these lumps. So you can massage that and get rid of that. Get rid of the calcification, get rid of all that. You can't repair a tendon like you can muscles. muscles run over the top of the bone. So we have a periosteum, which is like a sheath, a thin sheet that goes between the bone and the muscle. So when you move, your muscle runs over the top, right? So massaging is very, very beneficial because it loosens things up. It can... Anyway, going back to chiropractors, like she said, the only way you can really move a bone is to break it. And that's why I'm explaining about muscle running over the top of bone and tendons function and ligaments and all that sort of stuff. And she hates chiropractors. And we watched this video of Queensland Veterinary University, and I don't care. I will bag them out. I really don't care. Queensland Veterinary University had a pacer or a trotter, which is a harness horse, a mare. And first they had like, I think there was 3 or 4 people, and they got her neck and they actually grabbed her neck and brought her head around and then went and pushed her head nearly over the top of her own back. So they got her head, brought it around, and then nearly brought her head over the top of her own back. And we were horrified. Like, they can twist their neck around and they can, you know, have a, like if they've got an itch or a scratch, you know, and they can, but that's on their own terms. You never ever force a muscle. So if I tense up my arm and then you come along and you reef my arm and my muscles and everything are tense, you cause real damage. You know, and then they got someone else in, so maybe it was 3 people and then 4, something like that, because this is 1997. I saw this, and they got another one in, and they got her back leg, and they lifted it up forward, and then reefed it out, and we all stood up. We literally stood up in class and go, this is bullshit. Like, we were horrified. And this is Queensland Veterinary University, you know? Like, are you kidding? Like, we were horrified. Anyway, so, yeah, chiropractors. Been to them as a kid, growing up, and all, very, very doubtful of them. And in theory, anatomically, and the stuff that she was saying made a lot of bloody sense. A lot of sense. This is why I said also about heat and cold, an ice pack, and then, like, heat, alternate, because that's what it does. Because when you hurt yourself, your body overreacts. And it's like, ow, 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 ow. So all the blood rushes to the area, and that's where you get hematomas and things like that, which is excess fluid, blood. You need to disperse that. You need to get rid of it. You need to go to body. It's okay. You don't need to panic. It's okay. Okay, blood, you can go back to the rest of the body. It's all right. So that's where you get bruises and, you know, all that sort of stuff. It's blood. So, yeah, the body panics. Yeah, it panics. Anyway, so you got to go, it's okay, it's okay. So then you get an ice pack and you put the ice pack on. Never put ice directly on your skin. Always get a towel or something. Don't ever put ice directly on your skin. And you put the ice on and it goes, it's okay, it's okay. You don't have to panic. And all the blood disperses. So when you bang yourself or you hurt yourself and you see people immediately, you know, like football players or sports or whatever, they get an ice pack and put it on. That's what they're doing. They're dispersing that blood back out because the blood immediately goes into panic mode and actually, I think it's the endocrine system, and it rushes to the area. Well, we don't want it to do that. We don't want it to bruise up. We don't want it to do that. We want it to go, it's okay. It's okay. And the blood disperses back out with a cold pack. And when you alternate the 2 of them, they're very, very beneficial. healing properties. Anyway, like I said, I could go on and on and on about it and debate. I personally don't like chiropractors, but some swear by them. Just like any other doc, some are good and some are not. Sometimes it's not all about moving the bones, though. This is why I mentioned tendons and ligaments and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I could debate about it all. I could go on about it. I could debate about it all day. Chiropractors are not all about bones. No, they're not. But there's a lot of damage that they can do because you need the muscle to relax, to do anything. You need to heal the muscle. Muscles have 90% stretch rate. Tendons have 10% stretch rate. So if I have a torn muscle and I have problems and go to a chiropractor and they start clicking your neck and, and putting the hip wedges underneath you and doing all this other stuff and you've got torn muscles, you're asking for problems. You need to get that torn muscle fixed and massaged and get all the calcification, stop the calcification before it actually kicks in. And it's a long subject. I could go on about it all day and argue and debate and not argue, but debate and all that sort of stuff all day. I love my horse massage course. I learnt so much and different. It was adult learning, so it was up to you how much you went and studied and learnt and all that sort of stuff. Horses are very similar to us. They don't have a gallbladder. They don't have an appendix, and they don't have a collarbone. But if they rear up and put their front legs up in the air, we're very, very similar anatomically. Very similar. There's only a few real differences. Like I said, gallbladder, appendix, and collarbone. Now, I guarantee you, there's not a horse out there, human for that matter, you watch them walk, especially bloody racehorses, or one of, anyway. They've always got some sort of impediment of some sort. You watch racehorses and you can instantly pick what's going on. Only because I have the trained eye for it, really, but every little fine point, the way their hip sort of collapses a bit when they're walking, they're stiff, and you can pick out what's actually causing it, whether it's down in the lower ligaments or lower leg or, higher up or in the hip or sciatic or, like racehorses, 2 years old, I've seen post-mortems of the hip and ball, because it's a ball and socket, right? And 2-year-old thoroughbred, this is an autopsy, right? Photos and stuff. Hip and socket, ball and on the hip, the ball and socket on a 2-year-old thoroughbred had worn away at 2 years old. So the ball in the socket of the hip had grinded that much at 2 years old. The socket was like red raw, where it had been grinding. And the socket itself had worn away. It wasn't a socket holding the ball, or holding the bone, the epiphysis anymore. It was worn away on a 2-year-old thoroughbred. This is a post-mortem on a 2-year-old. And the other thing they do is they go one way. They work them, they exercise them, they train them, they go one way. They get out on the racetrack, they race, they go one way. Work evenly. You do 10, like if you're lunging or doing what, you're walking that way 5 times, walk that way 5 times. Balance that out. You can't keep going the one way because that inside leg is just going this way. So the muscles on the outside are stiffer, and this is all, it's just Anyway, you're very smart. It's only what I weren't because I studied and did all that. But Shorty open up, you know, like all the natural therapies out there. That, you know, I didn't get into it, but Bowen and Reiki and, excuse me, and crystals and cryotherapy, all sorts of stuff. You know, it just really, really opened the whole new world of stuff. It was like a sponge. I just wanted to learn it all. We did a day, like there was 10 of us in the class, I think. 10 or 12, it was, but one or two bailed out. Doing other stuff. Anyway, so we did a day where we did human massage on each other and learning about that, and bark flower essences, Australian bush flower essences, yeah, or aromatherapy. Oh, just a whole new world. And that you have more knowledge than some chiros. Yeah. Yeah, they have to do things properly and make sure you do, or things can go sideways for sure. Yeah. Yeah, bone crunches. But like I said, if you've got a torn muscle and you go to the chiropractor, and if you've ever been to the chiropractor, they get your neck and they go, you know, and you know, they put hip wedges under you and twist your hip over and, you know, crack your back and all that. You know, it's like, oh yeah, you know, yeah, I can feel better. I've been there. You can feel better. But believe it or not, you have a lot of gases in your body too, you know, in your joints and stuff like that when you hear that cracking and all, you know, putting a bone back into place. Well, like I said, the only way you can really move a bone is to break them, because you have ball and socket and you have long bones. The femur in your leg, top of your leg, is the biggest bone in your body. You have your tibia. If you think about this, right, this is what got me thinking about what she said. You have the femur, the biggest bone in your body. They're long bones. Your tibia, your fibia, your femur, you know, all those bones in your body, ball and sockets. Your tendons, your ligaments stretch. You got ball and socket. Yes, you can dislocate and get the ball and socket and get that back in. Very painful. But your tibia, your fibia, you know, your ulnar, your elbow, that bone along there, you know, like tell me how you move that. You got a ball and socket, right? You got a bursa sac for your ligaments and that to run over the top of your bone so you don't, you know, like a bit of right pin and a snap. So that's, you know, like, yeah, I think about it and I go, yeah, how do you actually move a bone? You got ball and socket, which means your ligaments have stretched. If you dislocate like that, if the ball and socket separate, you've got your ligaments are stretched. Otherwise, it shouldn't dislocate. And ligaments don't heal. Muscle is 90% healing rate. Tendons, ligaments are in a different ballgame. Once they stretch, they don't really get their elasticity back, whereas muscle can. So, before anything, you really need to treat the muscle. I hope that makes sense. If anyone wants to argue, you go right ahead. See what happens. I've talked that much. I feel like I just don't have any colouring. Anyway, I'm just playing around now because I've sort of done her hair, but it feels so good though. Sometimes I crack my own joints daily because of RA issues. But it's gases in your joints and that as well. When you hear that cracking and all that, so it's gases releasing in your body. You've got, excuse me, you've got hyaluronic acid in you got your bursa sac, you got fluid in there, your butt, you know, like, yeah. I'm like I said, I've been to chiros. Yeah, I've come out there and go, oh man, that feels good. Like, it's giving you relief. But like I said, if you have a muscle tear or something and they're reefing you around or do anything real suddenly, I tell you, you tighten your arm and then you get your hubby or someone to come along and reef it, and you've got it all tensed up. I'm telling you, you're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna hurt yourself. You shouldn't do it. Your muscles need to be relaxed. Tense, tight muscles. No. I'm just playing around with my hair. When will I get to her hair? Not my hair, her hair. Amongst all the other stuff I'm doing. So I want to go back into which craft do you do and check out all the free downloads. There's heaps. Oops, that doesn't look right. I guess she's going to be blonde. I thought I'd go a little bit darker. This pencil should be sharper too. Very there needs to join up, not to have this big gap there. That's the one, synovial fluid makes your knuckles crack. Yes, Sherry. good that I crack my own joints though, because yeah, and you shouldn't be doing that, Sherry. You're just gonna, you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't be cracking your own joints. People that sit there and go and crack their knuckles all the time. No. I was told it was a synovial fluid. That's exactly right. I butchered the spelling, but yeah, that's what I meant. I cracked more than that. You cracked shit. Yeah, synovial fluid. I said hyaluronic acid, I think. But there is hyaluronic acid as well. But like I said, we've got fluid, we've got gases in our bodies. I've sort of done it here. I mean, I could play around with it, right? And get my mediocre colouring done off stream. And finish it off, I don't know when. But I might put the browns and the pinks away from the rest. I do need just a small jar or something to put these in. Let me see. And there. I have to get at them. Big charge here. No big spot. No big spot. I was hoping there was one in there already. There isn't. Just a bit of button or something, cotton wool. But I'll have to get one. One or two. And need something to scrape it off with. Now, colours will I do for the background? Oh, good morning, Pete. That's me. I crack all the time around every half hour. I do sometimes to release the pressure on my joints. Yeah, I get it. Sorry, I had no voice today. Oh no. I just wanted to let you know I do sub to one of those suggestions you gave me last week. Oh, that's nice to know. I'm glad you found something useful out of it, Sherry. High Pam, sort of, it's deeper than the throat. I think it's bronchitis, maybe. Oh, it's kind of dark out there. Alright, let's start off with there's 3 different shades of it. I don't know what the name of it is though, but it's a creamy beigey colour. But it rained for a second and something. We had about 3 drops or so last night. Could have counted them on the concrete. Probably even put a bit on her skin maybe. And hopefully not regret it. And I'll skip one and go to the darker one. Before I go further, just hope it's not too yellow. Can't even tell. Can't even tell. Just some warm autumn sort of colours. No, I think I'm going a bit lighter. Just a little bit of orange. Don't want that on the skin, right? And the browns here. Don't know why, I always like the corners, not that whether I do it or not, but I always like the corners darker and lighter as it yeah, I always like doing that. Yeah, darker one. I like to have a nice hot soup or something for lunch, B, and get better soon, girl. I'm gonna shut you up for a while, won't it? Yep, rubbed up. Hello, Dave. Looks so cool. Thank you for being here. Welcome on board. Dave Artran. I'll just call you Dave. I hope that's all right. Thank you for being here. And thank you for your nice comment. Not quite finished. Alright. Don't you just love soft pastel? Messy bloody stuff. Gently. Oh, it's turning into a really arty day out there. I reckon afternoon naps in order, that's for sure. I need some sleep. Poor Wes last night, I must have slept with my legs scissored. And of course he's got in between my shins. And I went to bed at 20 to 2 and it's like, oh, it's just, I can't move. I need to move. I think he took off at one stage and I must, gone back to sleep and he's come back in and got back in there again and it's like, I can't move. But because I need sleep, not waking up properly, I'm just like moving, and if he gets, booted out the way, then so he takes off, comes back later and has another try. You've got cats, you know what that's all about. Funny colours. And I'm not worried if it gets like the darker brown, you get like streaks. I'm not worried about that. It's kind of darker out there. I keep waiting for the rain to start. I don't know if it will, but there's one mark there I don't really want there. Later. What is the time difference between us here? So don't do image in the wee hours for you. So it's 10:44 a.m. Tuesday morning here at this very moment. Oh, thank you, Sherry. Thank you, B. Even looking. Big difference. Oh, there's 15 hours or something. Coming up 8:42 Monday. Yeah, PM, is it? I think it's close to 14. Oh, look at that. I think it's close to 14 hours ahead. I should read ahead before I speak. So the night is our day, yes, I think so. 14 hours, there it is. Yep. Alright, that's alright. B's just confirming what I said out loud. Although she did, I think, type it in chat before I read it. Or maybe I'm confirming what she said before. Yeah, you know what I mean. I need sleep. But I will, it's pretty much done, sort of. I just want to refine it off screen. Her skin a bit more. When? I don't know. I was going to do her nails. Over her hair a bit as well. Let's put a bit more colour in there. I won't have to do her hair, just go over it with pastel. There you go. Oops, colours. Bit of a mark on her nose. I'm just going to quickly wash my hands. Oh, hang on a minute. You might. I'm going to open the door now. Oh, that's not that. Well, he did come into the kitchen when I went to wash my hands. Now he's back at the door. Then I'll get my clean one. So I have a brush there. If I can get rid of this mark. That got rid of that. Do you ladies realise how long we have known each other? I know. Sherry, for me, I've been following Heather for several years, back when she had Bess on the farm. Me too. Well, I moved there 2011. I don't know how long I was there before I started watching YouTube and streamed on I can't figure the bloody name of it now. Streamed on Ustream until IBM or whoever wanted to make mega, charge a fortune. Everyone went stuff you. I come over to YouTube. But anyway, Ustreams were time limit and they're uploaded to YouTube anyway. And after a while, it's like, I should have just gone to YouTube. Okay, bit more. Oh, they're way over there. I don't think I want any more in the background. Do I do some bokeh? Do I do some bok? Why not? Yeah, it's been a long time. More than anything, guys, I appreciate your dedication, your support, your friendship. No, I don't use that term lightly. appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know. Your company, your chit-chats, the laughs, the highs and lows of, you know, all our lives, the things we go through. How's that? It's nearly 2 hours, 8 minutes off. I'll call it done, I think. I don't know if I'll stuff around. Now that I've put the what's name on it, the soft pastel, I don't think there's any need to go any further. It doesn't have to, you know, like, do it basic, mediocre colouring, and you can call it done, and it, you know, and it's okay. Like, doesn't have to be an all painting. Don't know if I can get that. Oh yeah, it is coming off. There is a bit of a mark there. That's pretty much off, not completely, but there's another one here that I'll probably go over and get rid of. No, that one's going to come off. No, like I said, it doesn't have to be an all painting. It can be mediocre. Yeah, I'm not going to let that live down. No, I will. I'm just going on about it today just to muck around. Hello, Kinty, welcome on board. I've been working for a couple of years now. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for coming out by. Nice to see you in chat. And everyone, please make Kinty feel welcome. I have to scoot anyway, but you ladies have an awesome week. I'll try to get back to you soon. Heather, hugs. No worries, Sherry. Yeah, let me know about next week's picture. It's your call, girl. I'm leaving it up to you. Have a good week, and I'll see you next week. I think I met Heather at Sammy Stream. Maybe it might have been a streamathon years ago. Yeah. Or it was, I don't even want to say it. It might have been Dee Dee's. Oh, yeah. Doing bokeh. I want to learn this. Yeah, you're getting the razor in your rub circles. And there you go. In the razor and rub. Oh, it's a great crowd here. Yeah, we have a lot of fun. We talk about anything and everything. I'm glad you've been working for a couple of years and you're not offended by anything we say and all and everything else that goes on here. So it's a lovely group here. No trouble and plenty of laughs. No doubt about that. All right. There are different ways you can do it, but the easiest way. I mean, this is because it's soft pastel, but yeah, you're getting the razor. This one it's not holding. I don't know why. Maybe because there's not much left of it. Might be the reason. But yeah, you can just Or you can do, like this one, I've gone in a bit more, made it a bit more, brought back to white a bit more. And this one up here, they're not so, if you can see it, they're not so white. So I'll just, and different sizes, like, but this is the easiest, cheap way to do it. You can also just lightly take some colour off, and I'm not giving the bird. Just lightly take some colour off, and then you get a smaller eraser. And take more white off in the centre and give it a bit of a halo, which is a bit more realistic for bokeh. I think that's how you pronounce it, bokeh. People pronounce it differently. I'll give it a bit of a halo. I would like to see just a bit more, maybe a small one. Not perfectly round, but just a bit more symmetrical. But just gently. Give it a bit of a halo. I don't even know if you can pick that up. There you go. So you can see it needs a little bit more off maybe this side. Stop it. Stop flashing it. Go at it. Behave yourself. I don't know why it's doing that. But maybe because the cord wasn't quite in properly. No, it's still doing it. Anyway. More. Yeah, see? Look what it's doing. Yeah, no, it keeps coming out. And because it's soft pastel, I can add colour back on, especially if you make a mistake or you don't like it. But I think most have, like you have your orb, and then you have a bit of a halo around the outside of it. But it doesn't have to be, they, you know, they can be snowdrops as well. It's lovely groove here, isn't it? The spotlight where it keeps crashing down. It needs to buy cheap yarn. Come on. Very pretty header. Thank you, B. Spotlight with, well, if that's what you're doing, any shopping. Spotlight website keeps crashing. Need to buy cheap yarn. Have they got any? I think, I don't know, it's end of financial year sale at Craft Online, and they got, I think they had wool on special when I got my email. You can have a look at it, probably haven't got the one you want. Or the colour, you know, your colour, if you're getting more or whatever. Get the same lot. Can't even think what that's called now. The plies, the thickness, what's the other, the dye colour anyway. Maybe a couple of tiny ones. tiny mark on my eye. I don't know if I'm going enough to touch that, get it off. I'll try to get it off. Might have to leave it. Anyway, don't play around with it because I know what happens. Bit of highlight under the lip. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I'll do with that. And we've got to have some steam coming off. I did leave a bit of a border around the cup and the handle. Quite often cups do have that bit of a colour difference, whatever. Pretty the craft online is great to shop at. Did you have a look at which craft do you do, Pen? Yeah, it's 30% off the end of financial year, so please share the reference first of all. I'm just wondering, Ruella classes, thank you for being here. Please share a reference first of all. Reference to what, sweetheart? Thank you for being here, welcome on board. And what reference? To what would you like? What would you like? What reference? Yes indeed, but I didn't buy it, although I made a cart. They got some good cheap stuff on there at the moment for $1 and all sorts of goodies. Like, excellent. The old Posca trick. I'm just putting a bit of dampening my finger a bit. Just to that'll be. Cool. Steam. Yep. Gonna have a bit of warmth coming off the cup of warm. There you go. 11:06. Pretty much on time. Oh, pretty good effort. Ruel, I'd love to know what reference you mean. Come back. Shoot. Yeah, a little bit. There you go. I could do a couple more. I hate doing stars too, because once you put them in, it's like, needs one there, needs one there. You don't want too many, but it's like, but yeah, there's this big gap down here, and you need one here, and and it's like, that looks funny, I'll put one in there. And, but no, I think the ones that are there, that's all right. Not sure about the light. sorry I missed most of it. How did you go with your washing machine? Pan all sorted? Oh, yeah. I want to know this reference. Please share the reference first of all. If you made a reference for this picture, there isn't one. And I can't say I've ever used a reference while I'm streaming. And I rarely use a reference when I'm off stream. Occasionally, like I have. I'm not saying I haven't, I have. But I don't use a reference all the time when I'm colouring. Only if I really need the colours for something. Like the flowers in Layla Julie's, I want them done properly. I'll use a reference for them. Although I haven't done that for a while. But you gave me that book, so I'm feeling guilty. New one is in already. Oh my God, heaven now. Oh. Rest in peace, old washing machine. My printer's got ink in it, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it after I use the ink up. But it's in the pantry cupboard. And there's a PowerPoint in there, so it's excellent. Okay, guys, we're done. Yeah, that'll do. Let's take the glare away. A bit more colour. Yeah, the light's a bit iffy. That dark. There you go. Oh, yeah, that gives it a bit more perspective. That looks better. It's darker, but yeah, that's a bit glary. Anyway, there you go. That gives it a bit more. She has green eyes. Oh, I haven't done her nails yet. What colour am I doing her nails? That seems a bit weird, but I don't mind pale looking like. I don't mind nails with a white tip on them, but it does look a bit fake, like just super white. It's nice to have a bit, it would be nice to have nice white nails, which is a good sign of health. But when they're that real white, it looks just fake. Like you've got, you know, acrylic paint and just painted them or something. But I was in saying that, I thought, because I can really see the tips on here, maybe I could do that. Give it the really white nail tips. I don't dislike it, I just think it looks a bit fake. It'd be nice to have nice white nails naturally. But if you're going to paint the damn things, paint the whole lot. To each their own. Just a little bit of colour on the nails. If I give her the white tips, it might make the colour stand out a bit more. I don't know, we'll see. Oops. Too bright again. Try not to put my hand on the soft pastel too much. Hey, from the wig flying, way to go. Maybe mess up it. I don't know what we should even do a highlight on. Don't really want to do thumb, it's underneath. Not sure if I should even do a maybe a little bit. No, I'll start saying something and don't finish it. It's like you can finish off the sentence for me. You know what I mean? No, if I where's the white? Yeah, that'll do, just leave it. Not sure about the colour of her lips, but it is natural. I like it to look natural. Yes, indeed, I didn't bother, mate. Sorry, Miss, but how did you do with the washing machine? You're it already. Lovely, pretty. Thank you, guys, and I'll catch you later. Alright, okay, so, trying to get the bloody true colour. That's hard on stream. It's just a bit glary. Alright guys, thank you very much for being here today. Take care of yourselves. It's up to Sherry. She's going to pick which picture, 4th of July, she reckons. One did come to mind just now. I couldn't think at first, but yeah. It's in one of Hannah Carlson's books, and it's got the fireworks in it. Bye everyone, talk next week. Enjoy your day. Thank you, Hannah, for streaming. You're welcome. Thank you very much for being here and supporting, and all your years of bantering and mucking around. And hello Lisa Fitzpatrick, if you're working. God love her, she misses, she doesn't come in anymore, she can't. It's a bummer, but I can't change my time. Just oh yeah, it's hard, it's really hard, but I'd love her to be here. I know what she can do, get another job with better hours. And she can be here. Take care guys, love you all, and I shall see you next week. Bye.